29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43. And if you stretch it, I think it'll be good. Okay. Hi. It has been so long and I've missed recording and just talking and crocheting and all of that, so I thought I would come on here even though it is literally almost the end of January and February is approaching, and talk about where I've been, what I've been doing, what my plans are for this year, all of that fun stuff, just so I could kind of hold myself accountable with this video and continue to upload content, because I do want to be more consistent with uploading because it is a lot of fun. I have fun doing it. I love crocheting and showing people what I make, all of that fun stuff. So crochet with me while I kind of dive into that. I wrote all my notes down on my planner right here. I don't know if it's gonna show, but if you look very carefully on this page, it says November 2025. And I, in my head, for some reason, was thinking this was just the back of the notes for my whole planner and not November. So these are my 2025 goals for, you know, this year, but it's just in a different month. So we're just gonna ignore that. We're gonna pretend like it's in January of 2025 and we're gonna keep on rolling, okay? Thank you. I've kind of put it into a category of like my ins and outs for 2025, and then I'll kind of go over what exactly each of them mean and all of that fun stuff. But before I do that, the biggest question a lot of people have been asking, why haven't I been posting on YouTube? I was so busy in January. My work had a fashion show that I was attending, and I went to a bridal convention one of the days, which was really fun. Got to see friends. I went to go see my boyfriend, and it was freezing, but we still had so much fun. And for our 5-year anniversary, I'm so like happy about that. We've been together literally 5 years, which is so crazy to think like we've known each other for that long and we've been together for that long, even though like we're long distance now and it's a weird adjustment, but everything is going good. So he was so like excited to see me there, and even though we didn't get to do much because of how cold it was, we still we got to play It Takes Two. And at first I didn't like that game because I just don't really like platform games and like puzzle solving games, but it was actually so much fun, and we were just cozy, and like I feel like I took a lot of like having him, like we would literally, before he went to boot camp and before he even joined the military, we would see each other every Sunday. We would see each other, we'd go get food, we'd do all of that, and just not having him, sorry, Smalls is barking, but not having him here all the time like makes me like realize how like special those like moments of just, you know, spending time with him and like seeing him, or even just talking to him, like those moments are so special. And I feel like this whole experience with him being in the military now has like really taught me that, and just kind of enjoy and make the most of whatever you have. So that's what I'm learning. Yeah, that's where I've been, just kind of doing work stuff, hanging out with friends and family and, you know, my loved ones. With that being said, I should probably tell you guys what I'm crocheting. So this is going to be one of those like mesh cropped cardigans. I was originally doing this with a different yarn. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's kind of like a whitish green color. I love green, if you guys haven't already been able to tell by like my bed, my room, my everything. I love, 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 love green. But I also love pink, and I feel like pastel green and pink have been like my vibe recently. Oh, dang, I don't have my bag. I'll show you guys later, or maybe I'll put a picture here. But I just made a pink bag with ribbons on it, and it's so cute, and I love it so much. I am obsessed with her. Pink and green together. I love those two colors together. So I'm gonna try and do something with this, and then I have so many like pink tops I could like pair with it, so we're gonna see kind of where that goes. If I like this pattern, I'm not following a pattern, I'm just kind of making it up as I go, but if I like this, I might put this on my shop well, I'm planning to put it on my shop, and then do like different colors and like let you guys choose which colors you want to do. If you guys want multicolored, I can do that as well. So we'll kind of see how I like this pattern that I'm freestyling, and if I do like it, then she will be up on my Etsy. Love. So my ins and outs of 2025. I have a lot of goals that I want to accomplish for both my crochet business, but also my personal life as well, and just kind of balancing those together. For my outs of this year, we're gonna start with the outs because I feel like that's where you always need to start, like get that out of the way and then you can do the ins. So my first out for this year is going to be, there's so many, I don't know which one to choose. I'm feeling bad for over planning, stretching myself thin, feeling bad for taking more time for me. I feel like in 2024, I was just saying a lot of yes, 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 yes to everything. Like whether it was work, whether it was in my personal life, just always go, go, go. And I felt like I was starting to get a little burnt out. And I think that's why my crochet business has also been on the back burner for so long, is because I've just been wanting to not prioritize me, and I had to sacrifice some things, and unfortunately that was my crochet business. And I just don't want my dreams and my goals to be on the back burner for this year. I feel like I should have a good work-life balance, and I need to kind of figure out what that looks like for me, whether that's taking another day off work, whether that's, you know, turning off my phone for the days that I do have off. I don't really know what that looks like yet, but I just don't think that, you know, what I've been doing for 2024 is working. So I kind of want to sit down with myself, plan out what kind of schedule works for me. This also is in one of my ins, and I'll kind of talk about that later too, but just finding a schedule that works so I can have time to crochet and work on my small business and then post content and do a full-time job. Like I just need to sit down and also have time for myself. Like I just need to sit down and like think about what that looks like for me. But I don't want to sacrifice posting because it makes me happy to just sit down and make cute little crochet videos and show like my journey. And I'm a small business owner, and even though I'm small, I know like documenting the journey to see like how my growth is from here to a year from now is so cool, and I just want to see that like take place. So just, you know, I want to find time for me, but also find time for my crochet business and not feel bad for saying no when there's plans that people want to do but I just can't do. So it's okay to say no. Letter to myself, it's okay to say no to plans. My next one, and this one is a personal one that I need to like lock in and get better on because it's kind of bad, but eating because I'm bored. I feel like I do that a lot, especially when I'm like watching YouTube or like anything like that. I'll just like randomly just start eating, and it's not healthy. And I just want to, if I am feeling like I want a snack, just finding like healthier options instead of just like chips or like freaking gummy bears. Oh my gosh, I got a whole bunch of gummy bears for Christmas from my boyfriend's mom. Love her to death. I just don't know how I'm gonna eat a whole thing of gummy bears. I just don't know how I'm gonna do it. But yeah, just kind of balancing out my health. And I honestly have so many goals for like wanting to stay healthy and just, you know, drink more water, eat better food, like go to the gym more, which is like your stereotypical like 2025 goals. But I just feel like that's kind of another thing that I want to balance out in my life. When I was going to the gym, I was feeling so good. Like I felt so energized. I felt so like just ready to take on the day mentally. I just really want to get back into that mindset where I can just go and, you know, feel like the best version of myself. So I just want to get back into the gym and keep doing gym baddie stuff. I just want to be a gym baddie. Anyways, the next out that I have for this year is unproductive screen time. And since I don't have TikTok anymore because it got banned and I deleted it. Okay, story time on that real quick because I'm actually so sad about this. So for those who don't know, I also cosplay on the side. And my cosplay account is Peachy and Michi. That account had over 100K on TikTok and I was so proud of it because I literally built that up from like the ground up. Like I literally went from having 0 followers to having 100K and like having such a great community and having people that were so kind and like mutuals that were so nice. And when the TikTok ban happened, it was the night before. I literally could not use TikTok at all. So I was like, oh dang, like TikTok's actually gone, that sucks. So I kept it for January 19th, and then the morning of, I was like, you know what, since TikTok isn't gonna work anymore, might as well just delete it. So I deleted it, and then literally not even a couple hours, like I think it was 2 hours later, everybody was like, oh my gosh, TikTok is back, TikTok is back. And I was like, hell yeah, TikTok's back, like that's great. So I went to go re-download it, and it's not in the App Store. And I was like, no way they did this. And I literally watched a whole bunch of like TikToks before, and I was like don't delete TikTok. They're probably just gonna make it so you can't download it on the app and like make it so you can't update it and like all of that. So I thought it was fine, but me being dumb, I deleted it anyways, and now I can't get it back. And I thought like maybe somebody who has TikTok could like send me a TikTok and I could re-download it. No, it's not in my country. So I'm fine with not having TikTok. Like, let me fix my bangs. I'm fine with not having TikTok, honestly. Like, I feel like this is tying into the moral of the story is unproductive screen time. The most unproductive screen time came from TikTok, and it's just because I would sit there and doom scroll and literally just not get out of it. Like, no matter how hard I wanted to like go and do something else, I would just sit there and scroll on TikTok the whole time because it was like a dopamine rush basically. Whereas like Instagram, I still kind of get that where I'll scroll, but I won't scroll for as long. So I'm getting better and my screen time is definitely going down, and I feel like that's very healthy for me. So I just want to limit just random doom scrolling on things because I don't want to spend my whole life scrolling away. I feel like that's really sad and depressing. So my next out for this year is doubting myself, my work, or my creativity. Artists out there, you guys kind of get this, but sometimes when I do things, I feel like, oh, this isn't good enough to sell, or oh, I hate it. Sorry if you can hear my garage door. I think my siblings are gonna go for a bike ride or something. But I feel like sometimes I'm just like, is this really good enough to sell? Do I want to sell this? Will people even buy this? Like, is it even like worth my time and energy to sit there and make something that's not even that great? And I just feel like that's something that I need to kind of get over, because I've had people like come up to me and be like, oh my gosh, like I really love your work. I think it's really cool. Like, I think it's so cool that you're like starting your own business and you're so creative. And I just, you know, like I have people who support me. So I just think I need to stop doubting myself so much and kind of just go for it. And then my last out for this year is sticking to something that defines me. I feel like 2024, I was really hyper fixated on aesthetics and like who I was. Like, I had to have a thing. Like, everybody has a thing and I had to have a thing. And I feel like that's so boring. And I feel like in 2024, I was just really hyper fixated on just what is my niche? What is my thing that everybody knows me for? And I just don't like that. Like, I have so many different interests and, you know, different music tastes, different, like, I love to paint and draw and crochet and sew, even though I'm not the best at it. Like, I have so many hobbies and so many things that I like to do that, like, I feel like just sticking to one thing and having that thing that people know me for is kind of boring. Like, I just like what I like and I wear what I like. That's another thing. This is also like something that TikTok did, was like I literally only wear one aesthetic. Like I would be grunge, or I'd be fairycore, I'd be this, or I'd be that. And I just think that's not me. Like I have so many different, like right now, normally, like recently I've been wearing a lot of like pink and like bows and frilly things, but today I'm just kind of like turtleneck and sweater because I also wanted to be comfortable because it's cold outside and I'm tired of being cold. But just like things like that, like I don't always have to have a niche. I don't always have to have an aesthetic. I don't always have to have something that like, it's okay to like a little bit of everything. And I think that that just makes you who you are, and it makes it fun to express yourself the way that you want. So that's all of my outs for 2025. Here's the pattern that I'm kind of going for right now. I think it's so fun. And then once I steam it, obviously it's gonna be like a little bit more holy, I guess. I like that it's not as like mesh. I kind of like this pattern a little bit better. My ins for this year is to challenge myself and do something that's kind of uncomfortable. Before my boyfriend left for boot camp, another little story time. Okay, that's what we do here. We do story times. Sit down, get cozy, get some water and a snack, because I'm gonna tell you a story. Okay. Before my boyfriend left for boot camp, or I think like a couple days before, he kept telling me like, when I come back from boot camp, I want to see like that you've stepped out of your comfort zone and you've done something that's totally not something Amaya would do. And I was like, like what? Like make new friends? Like go out and like talk to the world? No. It's funny because I actually did like make new friends, and I've been hanging out with them a lot, and I love them to death, and they're so much fun to be around, and they're just positive people. And if you're watching this, I love you. I feel like I stepped out of my comfort zone a little bit, and it actually wasn't too bad. I feel like I need to keep trying to challenge myself and do stuff like that. So that's another in for this year, okay? This one is a very big important thing that I need to keep reminding myself of and just keep very close to me. Just keeping good energy, basically. I feel like in 2024 I had a lot of like negative energy surrounding me, whether that was like the people I was around or like the situations I was in. I had like a lot of ups and downs in 2024, and I just recently got out of a friendship that wasn't beneficial to me. Will Smalls ever stop barking? Let's find out. Do we not got anything better to do? Are we just going to sit here and bark? That was so bad. That was so bad. That was so cringe. Don't ever let me do that. Why would y'all let me do that, first of all? Waiting for my dog to stop barking. So story time, again, about my happy, positive energy. I was in a friendship that was feeling very one-sided. They ended up getting upset with me over like hanging out with my new friends. I didn't want to say anything to them because in my brain was like, if this is something that really bothers you, instead of just telling everybody around me that it's bothering you, I would like if you came to me. And they didn't, and they just blocked me on everything. I'm not going to say this person's name. Moral of the story, we're not friends anymore, and we've been friends for so long, and sometimes you don't mesh anymore, and that's okay. Sometimes friends grow apart who have been friends for a very long time, and that's okay. And, you know, like, I wish that person nothing but love and success and for the best. And, you know, I hope that they find peace just as I'm hoping to find peace as well. I just feel like my energy, now that it's not as tense, is a lot better. And I am, you know, moving on, finding happiness. Again, no hate to that person. I wish them nothing but the best and for love and all the success in the world. I just, you know, think that sometimes people grow apart, and that's okay too. No hate, no nothing. Love, peace and love. Okay, I'm gonna move on to my goals for this year. A lot of people at my work have been asking me this question a lot, and I posted this on my Instagram a while back, and then I kind of deleted it because I don't think I'm ready to actually have this product up yet. but that's candles. I want to start making candles more and kind of experimenting on what that looks like and what I like, what I don't like, what wicks I like, what wax I like, all of that. I was planning on selling this like soon, but I just don't think I'm ready to sell. So I think I need to just take more time on focusing on what exactly my preferences are for candles and all of that. So that's gonna take me a while, but I would love to start selling candles eventually one day. So stay tuned for that. That'll be my second business. My next goal for this year, and this one is a crazy one, but I feel like I can do it, and that's sell at a market. And I've been talking about this for so long. I've always wanted to sell at a market and just meet new people and like see other people in the community and meet other small businesses, all of that fun stuff I've been wanting to do for so long. And I think that like I'm at a like space where I have such a good support group, and even if I don't make a huge profit on it, just having that experience to do that kind of stuff, and I just would love to do a market. So like that would be so much fun to like meet new people and sell my crochet things and see other people that like crochet things and mingle with people. Even though I'm not the best or most social person, I try. I try really hard. So if you meet me in public and I'm like awkward, I'm trying, okay? Another goal I have is to hit 100 YouTube subs by the end of this year. And that's a pretty ambitious goal, seeing as I only have maybe 16 subscribers at the moment. But I think that honestly, like, again, for those who know that I used to do cosplay and I still do cosplay, I literally hit 100K last year. So I think I can do it. Even though YouTube is something like foreign to me and I've never done like long forms of content, I feel like it's something that I'm ready to just take head on and kind of figure it out on my own. That's kind of how I like learn. I'm a hands-on learner. Throw me in basically and let me figure it out. I'm very confident in myself, and I think that with consistency and finding a good schedule that works for me, I feel like I can do it. So it just takes a lot of practice with editing and, you know, getting a little bit less camera shy, because hearing my voice while I'm editing, sometimes I'm like, God, who is watching this? I'll get the hang of it, and I have confidence. Same with Instagram. I want to hit 300 followers on Instagram, and I feel like I could do that as well. I feel like it's very manageable. Again, it's literally just posting consistently. I feel like I literally am more than capable, and I feel like, again, it's literally same as TikTok, just making more reels, doing more things post-wise, and like having more interaction things, and you know, just staying consistent on that. I feel like I can definitely hit 300 by the end of this year, 100%. So those are my very ambitious goals for social media. I thought I messed this row up, but I didn't. I have a lot of faith in myself and ready to just take on whatever this year brings for me, and just feeling very confident and trusting the process right now, basically. There's a hair in this. No, I crocheted some hair into my project. Oh God. I don't know if this happens to anybody else, but my curls literally get everywhere, and sometimes they get into my crochet projects and I don't notice it until like when I'm way down the line, so I have to redo the whole thing because I'm like, I do not want a hair in my crochet project. That's kind of gross. That is my ins and outs, my goals, my very late start to the new year. I hope you guys enjoyed listening to me yap and crochet. Let me know what you guys want to see next. Let me know what your guys' goals are for this year. I hope that you guys are taking care of yourselves and drinking water. That's my homework for you today. Drink water. And yeah. Oh wait, what was it? It was like, peace out. Love ya. Bye.
Would you like coffee or tea?